A quick shed update, and it's going to be real light. It's not going to be a whole lot. I wanted to add some electronics to the Ark, and when I mean electronics, like Mr. Engineer there, I also want to add like tenna controls, big easy modeling solutions, you name it. I like to add a little bit of the electronic part of the hobby into the Ark too, which would, just make it just a unique collection, if you will. That's why I'm adding the, this is a counter to, an ammo counter to the Alien Pulse Rifle. And I want to say Golden Armor made it. Or if not, it was another company. I can't remember off the top of my head. But I was actually, when I was cleaning last weekend, digging stuff out of totes, that was in there for whatever reason. I have no idea, but it still works and everything. I did take the batteries out and clean everything, but I will add that. I'll have to put a little baggie and probably do a little, I'll probably put my electronics section down here where Mr. Engineer is what I'm thinking about doing. But anyway, it's always subject to change. But anyway, I will add some more electronics. I'll dig some more out. I got some more Mr. Engineer stuff that I'll add to it to go with the other stuff. But I still want to add, tenna controls and all them others. About the only kit that I'm adding is the King Kong from Polar Lights. Most of you all know that this and the Wicked Witch, alright, they're just high dollar kits. I mean, these are resin kits. They're gorgeous. I mean, they're just simple, fully detailed, but they're not worth the $150 price tag. Now, I say that, and I'm just going to give an example. There's resin kits like Starships. That's over $200. Which that's, it's about the same price range, roughly, so to speak. I know they got to pay for packaging, and that's a garage kit, but it's fair in price. But the common consumer, it's out of their ballpark. But anyway, I got this one because it was in the damaged section. The only place that's damaged was basically on the corners, and it's a crushed box. And hey, I have a lot of crush boxes, so I wasn't too worried about it, and the price was just right. So I have yet to open it, but I would have bought this sooner if I should have just read and paid attention, but I did not know that this kit alone is in 1/72nd scale. So that alone right there opens up all the possibilities into the 72nd scale pile. I mean, look at all the planes and men, equipment, stuff that you can use for King Kong, helicopters, just all kinds of stuff. You can make just a hellacious diorama just for the King Kong. I may do there ain't really too many reviews on it on the YouTube land. I may do one, and I may do one later on. But anyway, I'm gonna hold off for a little bit. You know me, I like to have two for the Ark, but anyway, some kits I can only be able to get one in my lifetime. And for example, like the MLEV5, I would like to have two of those. But anyway, I only got the one, so hopefully we get a second one. I'd even take one partially started too, because I wouldn't care. But anyway, that's about the only kit that I'm adding in today. But anyway, I wanted to touch on, where is it? There it is. Elvira from Mobius. I found out that Mobius and the people that, Cassandra Peterson, her company, they were not going to renew the license. So they decided not to renew the license on this kit itself. The first run, this is the first run kit. There's a second run of this kit, and it's got a different box, which I don't know if I have it or not. I just don't know. And there was going to be basically a third run. That's when they canceled it. So this kit's basically going to go up and up in price, but it'll be quite some time. It won't be like overnight, because model kits are like a fine wine. You have to let them steep in the bowels of the Ark here, and eventually, some of them do appreciate in value, some do not. It's just crazy, Like, one kit here will be, $20 for, 20 years, and then next week, you know, it's a $200 model. It's crazy. But anyway, I wanted to show everyone that Elvira is probably going to go up. I do have a sealed one. I do probably have an open one somewhere. But I thought that would be, you know, model kits are just crazy. That's the collector in me, which it's not money. The more of the money part of it, it's just, you know, if you don't have a kit, you better get one, because, you know, I'm real bad at when I want a kit and they quit making it. That's the time I really want one really bad. But anyway, that's Elvira. And I also found out, and I haven't really confirmed it, but I'll try to pass along. That's the 72nd scale stuff from Mobius, especially their Battlestar stuff. They basically got 3 kits. They got the Raider, the 7, and the Mark II. Supposedly they're not going to make any more of them. It's basically a first run deal of those, so you might want to stock up them. I like spaceships, so, you know, it don't really matter the scale to me. I do like bigger stuff, the 32nd, which is basically standard in my little world, but I do like the small stuff because you can make, you know, flight deck, you know, just stuff to do, all kinds of stuff. But anyway, it's I haven't found a confirmation that they're not going to make it anymore, but who knows. I do know the Raptor's coming out in this year, so we're waiting for that, and I do got multiples of those coming, because that's a $70 model. But anyway, we'll jump that bridge when we get to that too. But anyway, stock up on the 72nd if you're into that, because you know, they may go up in price, they may not. They may just be like, you know, standard, you know, what they sell them for on the market. And when I was digging around in the totes, I was looking for my Tiger P. Alright, Tiger P. Found the box back there. Couldn't find the kit. I was like, man, I know I built it somewhere, because I was actually building a Ram Tiger, and this was one of the first ones I ever did. And yes, I do keep some things, because I like to show everyone, you know, even I keep some failed projects. Could never get the shape right. Almost did. Finally got it right the, you know, 4th or 5th try that I tried to do it on. And this was in a tote of toys under a tarp, and I have no idea why I put it in the tote of toys. I must have got pissed off, mad, and threw enough in there, and I never wanted to see it again. And who knows? But anyway, I found it. But I wanted to show everyone my Ram Tiger that I scratch built many years ago, and I really wasn't going to you know, kit one, and then I kitted one recently, which was I've always wanted to do, and I finally just sat down and did it. But anyway, I couldn't find my Tiger P, and I had some sealed ones back there, and I didn't really want to open up one, and, you know, just to get the chassis out, because I already had chassis built. But anyway, that's that. But anyway, not too shabby for God, that's a 10, 12 years. Held up pretty good. Just broke up the seam joint there. Just a little putty and fix that right up. Anyway, that was a find that I've been looking for years and couldn't find. And, you know, always remember where you put stuff. And then in my other little sack here, which I want to say it's a Tom Daniels car. I don't really know what it is. I always thought it'd make a cool looking little hover car for you know, just science fiction alone, because it's got the cool you know, bubble canopy and everything. I just think it's just a great shape. Doesn't even have the, you know, you don't even really need the wheels for it. You can fill that up and just make a cool ship out of it. You know, commercial floating car, hovercraft type deal. I just think that'd be cool. But anyway, that was some of the finds on the. And I'll probably do parts totes videos probably very, very soon. And one thing I want to show everyone knows my Battlestar section, old and new, and, you know, whatever I can stick in there. But mostly, that's pretty much Battlestar. There's a couple Battlestars down there on the bottom, but, you know, we'll have to rearrange and everything. But anyway, I had my reasons why I stuck this 1/6 Cylon Mobius from right there when I got one in the back there. It seemed like I would have put both of them together, but I put one there. I have no idea why I did it, unless that's why I was playing Tetris with the boxes and it looked like it fit, and I had to put cane in there. Which, that reminds me, cane's pretty reasonable. It's around $70. And that one's basically $150. I mean, it's crazy, about double in price. Now, I know it must be, you know, the license, but it's just crazy how much, you know, difference in price from the cane, which is a gorgeous figure, and King Kong. And I also found out, Polar Lights, speaking of that, since we're talking resin, they're going to do another Dirty Donnie kit, and I can't remember the name of it, but I will buy multiples of them. I think these are just fantastic kits. They're odd. They just remind me of the Rat Fink from the 60s. And I think they're cool kits. I mean, painting can't go wrong, and I just think they're just top-notch kits. But anyway, that's just me rambling on here in the Ark. Got to do a little rearranging. You know, I gotta put some stuff up. I gotta find some more. I gotta find some spaces somewhere to put everything, so I can remember where I put stuff. But anyway, I thought I would share that. Adding the King Kong, going through some memory lane, through some old projects. The collector side of me, there's Elvira, and of course the Mobius Cylon Mark 7s Raiders, and the Mark 2s for the collectors, if you're into that. But anyway, I'll probably do some more of those when time permits, and also when I find information on certain kits that are actually going out of production, and probably go up in price, like the aforementioned Monarch models. But anyway, that is what I've got going on today, so stay tuned for the next exciting episode.